until she was allowed in by the neighbor. They were concerned that Sasha would not be able to get in, as Sasha had told them that she didn't have her key fob or her cell phone. Once Sasha was allowed in, the two left.
Kids know her or
no? We were downtown on Friday night, but as we were leaving, saw her walking by herself, and very concerned, just because she seemed extremely intoxicated. And there was a car man who had rolled down the window and started to talk to her. I walked up and kind of shook her arm and said, like, do you know where you're going? And you could tell she didn't really know what was going on. And so at that moment, got her to get into it. We were on the side.
how certain are you that it's her? Pretty.
100%.
You were clear?
Yes. White jeans and a purple shirt.
Although this conversation did not provide investigators with any information about who the perpetrator could be, it did clear these two of any further suspicion. It also forced the investigators to think a little bit more outside the box, as we now have confirmation that Sasha was at a level of intoxication that made it very difficult for her to have any clear judgment. This made it more tedious to eliminate anybody as a potential suspect, as Sasha may have unknowingly welcomed somebody with bad intentions into her apartment while she wasn't thinking clearly. Investigators then spoke to Sasha's most recent ex-boyfriend. This is because statistics show that murder by strangulation is most commonly committed by an ex-partner or scorned lover, as it is usually regarded as a crime of passion. The first ex-boyfriend interrogated was a bartender by the name Taylor. Taylor stated that he and Sasha were no longer exclusive. However, they did have a relationship in the past, and they still talked. He stated that he was at work until 9:30 p.m. that Friday night, and they did not meet up after his shift ended.
Tell a statement from Taylor Unsinger, white male date of birth. I'm checking on for that statement. Statement taken here at the Atlanta Police Department in CID room number 7. Also present is Detective Brian Ferrero. Case number is 2015-428-101. It's for a homicide. Today's date is October 24th, 2015, and statement will begin at 8:44 a.m. Taylor, could you raise right hand? Okay, Taylor. Try to go on, please. I'm going to do that. Investigating homicide. Let me show you this picture. Do you know what this is? Yep. Okay, who is this? How do you know?
We dated for a little over 2 years.
Okay. And you, boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yes.
You guys live together?
No.
Is there any talk of marriage?
Yes. We talked about marriage a couple times.
Okay. Was it an exclusive relationship?
Definitely exclusive.
No. When's the last time you heard from her?
I heard from her on Friday morning. We had a conversation Thursday evening, late, and then just finishing a conversation Friday morning on Facebook.
Okay. What was the content of those conversations?
We were just talking about a podcast we listened to in California when we were driving up.
Okay. When was the last time you actually seen her?
I saw her October 1st. We went out for Lindsay Rodriguez's birthday for dinner.
And who was that?
Lindsay's a mutual friend. I used to work with her at the Vineyard, and she started up a friendship with her and her husband, Bo. Seven. Was there any talk about how you got together? We didn't really talk about it, but it was something that I always thought that we would down the road.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you this. Were you at apartment October 16th, 17th, was Friday night, Saturday morning? It was last week.
Yeah.
Why? Do you know where you were last Saturday?
Last Saturday, yes. I was at work. In the morning or
around 1 o'clock in the morning.
late Friday evening or early Saturday morning. I was home. I got off work Friday night at about 9:30. I bartended
involved in murder?
No, sir.
Do you know who murdered?
No, sir.
Do you have any problem keeping us up with law opinion?
I have no problem.
Okay. This statement will end at 8:54 a.m.
He let the investigators take a DNA sample, and he was quickly ruled out. The next man that they interrogated was an ex-boyfriend named Ben. Ben was considered a suspect because Sasha texted him at exactly 5:12 a.m., which was her last message sent. The message she sent him was only one word: Ben. Ben stated that he and Sasha briefly dated and were supposed to hang out that weekend, but it did not end up happening.
It's going to be a statement from Benjamin Robach. Today date is October 20th, 2015. The case number is 2015-428-101. The statement will begin at 6:29 p.m. Ben, raise your right hand. Ben, let me show you this picture. Do you know who this is?
Yes, I do.
Who is that person? How do you know?
We went to high school together. We were boyfriend and girlfriend for a couple years back in college. Still friends and acquaintances up until she died.
What was your relationship prior to her death?
Yeah, I mean, we hang out every so often. You know, we meet up, downtown somewhere and hang out and grab a drink. She'd come over sometimes. You know, if I had
And also you lose the